Welcome and thank you for tuning into this episode of Cougar Spotlight. I am your host, Nick Iacovo. This show is a deep dive into the wonderful sports world here at Caldwell University, featuring behind-the-scenes footage, exclusive interviews, and in-studio analysis. This episode is going to be focused on bowling. History is often something athletes chase, and here at Caldwell University, our bowling squad has the chance to do just that. Head coach Ken Yokobosky enters year 11 leading the Cougars, coming off an incredible season winning back-to-back CACC championships, as well as Coach of the Year honors. Senior Lauren Marks followed with one of the most dominant seasons in history, winning Bowler of the Year among many other honors. Sophomore Alex Sardis looks to improve upon a great finish to the season after making all-tournament honors. With glory just around the corner, it is time for Cougar Spotlight Bowling.
Well, I was happy to know that we were still in the match, and I knew that I was just going to give it my best shot, and I wanted to be able to do it for our team, and I was just happy to know that we still had the chance because if I remember correctly, I think they finished in their 10th frame in a way that would allow it for exactly that to make us win the match. So I think I just knew what needed to happen and was just trying my best.
Welcome back to Cougar Spotlight Bowling. My guests at this time, Lauren Marks and Alex Sardis. How are you two doing today?
I'm all right.
I'm good, thank you.
Of course. So let's start with Lauren for a second. Lauren Marks, you have been quite the talk of the town when it comes to bowling. Some things that I looked up, this is all that happened in 1 year, and I found this quite fascinating. Bowler of the Year, all-tournament team, conference MVP, first team all-conference, tournament MVP, and you were the NTCA strike percentage leader for Division II, as well as an all-academic team member. How did this happen for you?
I just love it. I bowl as often as I can. I compete in everything that I can, and it's just I have the best team with me, so I love it, and that's how it just helps with that.
Yeah, and again, being named Bowler of the Year, you're also back-to-back all-tournament team. We went through and we watched that final match in the tournament. You had 3 strikes that you needed to knock down, and you walked up there and knocked down all 3 to get a win and win the tournament.
They have the Bowler of the Year to do it. That's 1 strike from Marks, and now this is a monumental roll. And Lauren Marks delivers a strike. 3 consecutive strikes at the 10th frame. And
What was going through your mind when you walked up there and you saw on the scoreboard, I need 3 strikes to win this game? What was going through your mind during that time?
Well, I was happy to know that we were still in the match, and I knew that I was just going to give it my best shot, and I wanted to be able to do it for our team, and I was just happy to know that we still had the chance because if I remember correctly, I think they finished in their 10th frame in a way that would allow it for exactly that to make us win the match. So I think I just knew what needed to happen and was just trying my best.
That's awesome. We're going to pivot over to Alex now. So, Alex, you're coming into year 2 here. Last season was your freshman year. You made all-tournament team as a freshman. What did that mean for you to say that in my first year, I was part of the best players of this entire tournament? What did that mean to you?
I mean, it meant a lot. I really was happy with the team that I was with. They're really supportive, and it just made me feel really proud because I felt like I really accomplished a lot, and that really honored that. So
That's awesome. And then going back and looking through some of your high school stats that I found, you were in 4th place as an individual in the NJSIAA state tournament for St. Thomas Aquinas in Milltown, New Jersey. Did you find that during your high school time of bowling, did you feel like when you were bowling, particularly in that state tournament, that you felt I could do this at the next level? I can't just regulate myself to high school. I can go do college bowling.
Definitely. I mean, I didn't even know I was going to make the first cut in that individuals. I was sitting there and like, oh, I'm not really happy with how I did. But, I tried my best. And then it announced that I made to the next cut. And I kind of just moved up until I made it to that stepladder finals. I was like, wow, it was really great. And I had some of my teammates there supporting me. And I was like, yeah, no, I want to keep continuing.
That's great to hear. And this is sort of now a little bit of reflection. As we stated, you're going into year 2. What would you describe as like a moment, like an eye-opening moment for you last year where it really opened up that like this college game is way different than it was in high school? What was the moment for you that it kicked in?
Definitely the second tournament of the season last year. We were at Berks Lanes, and my mental game was not that great, and I struggled a lot that day. But I took a break for the day, and I came back the second day for competition, and I bowled in all of the games, and it really showed to me, like, I got this. It was definitely so much tougher than I was expecting, but to be able to come back, and I was like, no, I can do this. I can persevere and push through. So definitely, it really showed me how tough it can be and how it's important to have a good mental game, but I just pushed through, and I was really happy about that.
And then Lauren, last but not least, we're going to direct this question towards you, but Alex, you're more than willing to chime in as well. What do you feel like Coach Ken has brought to this team that may allow you girls to be able to win, to do something that's actually been unprecedented? What does he bring that may allow you to win 3 straight conference championships? Do you feel like there's an energy in the air that we could actually do that?
Definitely. He's an excellent coach. From a bowling standpoint and just understanding every player and what each player needs at any given moment, just bowling-wise, mentally. And I just think that he's really understanding and just a lot more just calm, cool, and collected than like other coaches sometimes. But no, he's excellent. So I'm really excited about this.
That's awesome. And then this will go on to both of you, so you both can answer this. What do you personally both feel is like the energy going into a match? When you walk in and you walk into the alley and you're getting set up and you're all warmed up, what's sort of the team atmosphere like on match day?
I feel like the team really tries to keep it as like light of an atmosphere as we can. Because if we're sitting there all tense, all clammed up, we're not going to be able to bowl our best because we're so physically just so tight. So I think we really try to keep it just really calm, but also just keep focusing. I know for me personally, like once we're in that match, I can just stand there and just always like looking into the approach because that's how I focus. But I know some other girls, they talk to each other, they support each other, pass around little fidget toys so that way we keep our hands occupied. I don't know if you have anything else to add, but I know that.
No, I completely agree. That's kind of what I was thinking too. It's just lighter and just sort of more upbeat, energetic. Everybody's serious, everybody's competitive, but there's a good balance that I think our team has when it comes to just being able to loosen up and just be in the moment.
Well, more than anything, it just means a lot to me for the ladies. Lauren Marks, our fifth-year senior, is in her final year this year. So it was really enjoyable for me to watch her be able to win back-to-back championships surrounded by such a strong complement of teammates, top to bottom, because that's what they are. They are teammates. They're all good athletes, but they really enjoy each other's company. And when that happens, it makes the season much more enjoyable.
Welcome back to Cougar Spotlight Bowling. My guest at this time, head coach Ken Yokobosky. How you doing today, Coach?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So first of all, let's start off. You're heading into year 11 here at CU. What does it mean to you to be in the game for this long and continue to be coaching at such a high level?
Well, it means I'm getting old. That's what it means. We started this program 11 years ago, and that first year was a challenge. We went 4-54 our first year, but we made it through the year, and then from that point, our record just kept getting better and better and better. And with the level of talent that we have here with these players, it just gets to be very enjoyable.
You mentioned before getting better and better, and certainly better has your program gotten. Last year, you won back-to-back CACC championships. You had 3 team members who were named all CACC and the Bowler of the Year. What did that mean to you, knowing that the CACC is still brand new to bowling, and your program has basically stepped forward and basically said, we're the top dogs of this conference? What does that mean to you?
Well, more than anything, it just means a lot to me for the ladies. Lauren Marks, our fifth-year senior, is in her final year this year. So it was really enjoyable for me to watch her be able to win back-to-back championships surrounded by such a strong complement of teammates, top to bottom, because that's what they are. They are teammates. They're all good athletes, but they really enjoy each other's company. And when that happens, it makes the season much more enjoyable. The win helps a little bit too.
So let's go all the way back to 2021, 2022. I know you remember that season fairly well. That's when you put on a record of 59 wins for this program, including you were ECC Co-Coach of the Year, and you made it to the quarterfinals of the tournament. Did you feel like that year was sort of the turning point where you felt like this program is really going fast and it's turning in the right direction? Did you feel like that was the moment?
No, actually, I'm going to go back a year before that with our first championship in 1920, and we had a great group of ladies there to win the first time. That's when it got started for us. We lost some players, added some new freshmen that just continued to make the team better and better, and the team has been strong really for the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and now we move back to 2 years ago in 2022, 2023. The CACC, brand new, brings in bowling. You're the inaugural CACC champs. You win Coach of the Year. You also earned the Team Sportsmanship Award. What was that season like? Walk us through that year. What did that season, the first year in CACC play for bowling, what was that season like for you as a coach?
So even more than winning the conference championship, I'm most proud of them winning Team Sportsmanship Award, because that's voted on by the teams that we're playing against. So when you're winning a conference championship, you're beating these teams, and yet they're voting you the best sportsman. So that says a lot about the quality and the caliber of the ladies on this team.
That's awesome. And you know what's also awesome is when I was looking up your bio, you were part of the senior PBA 50 tournament, and you put up some ridiculous numbers in that tournament. What was that experience like playing in that PBA tournament?
Well, I've been a professional bowler since I was 19. In the PBA, we start to compete on the senior tour when we turn 50. And last year I was out competing full-time. Our senior tour season runs from April until August, not coincidentally right after our collegiate season ends. So I was out there really crushing them. I had gone back-to-back finals and one match away from the TV show. And then in the fourth week I sustained an injury. It turned out I needed some surgery, so I recovered from that. And plan on getting back out there this year to continue the success that I've had last year.
Well, we wish the best of you, Coach. And now let's move on to the present day. Let's talk about this season. The expectations are through the roof, coming into potentially a three-peat. How do you tell these girls to manage the expectations of not getting over their head? Of achieving a three-peat is no joke. How do you try to keep those expectations controlled?
Well, in a couple ways. They're very humble, even though they've won back-to-back championships. They don't feel like anything is a given. They work really hard. As we're here speaking, they're out there practicing. We practice 3 nights a week, 9 to 11 p.m. So they're staying out late on nights that they have classes in the morning, putting in the work. It's just like any other sport. Very rarely do you see a three-peat in sports, in baseball, football, or any sport, let alone bowling. So they're going to go out there, they're going to do the work, and when we go out, we play to knock down 10 pins in every frame. And it sounds simplistic, whether it's on one ball or two, it doesn't matter. If we either strike or spare every frame all year long, we're going to be there. And that's our goal as we go in. We don't care who we're playing. We just want to knock down 10 pins each frame.
That's awesome. And we'll end off with this. We mentioned before managing the expectations of the three-peat. What would it mean to you personally as a coach to win 3 straight conference championships and potentially 3 straight coaches of the year? What would that mean to you?
This particular championship would mean a lot because this is the first year as a new conference that the conference winner gets an automatic qualifier into the NCAA tournament. We were able to do that once before when we won the championship, and I really want these ladies to experience that. In terms of the Coach of the Year, that's a nice award. It's not something that I think about at all, and that's really an award that should go to the ladies. It's amazing how good a coach you can be when you have top-flight talent.
On behalf of Athletics and Communication and Media Studies, thank you for watching. Be sure to follow Caldwell Athletics on all of our social media pages for more updates and upcoming shows. I am Nick Iacovo, and this has been Cougar Spotlight.